solve this quadratic equation, second degree equation, by completing the square. We're going to go through the steps. The first thing we want to do is isolate anything containing x on the left side. It's already isolated, see? Only x's appear on the left side and only numbers on the right. The next step after isolation is to eliminate the coefficient that's multiplying the squared dude. It's a 3, so we're going to divide everything on the left and everything on the right by 3. Now there are two terms on the left, and we have to be careful to respect that. The negative sign separates them. So we're going to divide each one of these terms by 3 equals the other side divided by 3. We get x squared minus 4x equals negative 2. Now we're ready to start the completing the square process because we have 1 times x squared in the front and the number on the right has no x's. So we bring down the x squared, bring down the minus 4x. Now here comes the funky part. It's plus bracket 1/2 times the coefficient of x. This is your coefficient of x. It is a number that is multiplying x. So the bracket is 1/2 times negative 4, close your bracket, square it. Do the same thing to the other side. So we first bring down the equal sign, bring down the negative 2, and then we add that same bracket squared. The next step is to simplify inside the brackets only. 1/2 times negative 2, 4 is negative 2. 1/2 times negative 4 is negative 2 bracket squared equals negative 2 plus bracket negative 2 squared. So we just change the inside of the brackets to what they're equal to, negative 2. Now we're ready to factor the left side, and we're using a factor formula, and the way I remember it is just remembering this trick. This guy has been set up perfectly so that I can factor the left side as parenthesis x plus a negative 2, and then the second power is on the outside. So x plus whatever's in the bracket, including the sign, so it's plus a negative 2, which is the same as minus 2, write it that way, and then close your parenthesis and square it. That is the same as all of this. It is the factored form of all of that. And if you don't believe me, I use the formula that we discussed in the note, but if you don't believe me, then go ahead and multiply x minus 2 times x minus 2. In other words, square the parenthesis, you'll get exactly what's inside of that red balloon. Simplify the other side. Negative 2 plus negative 2 squared is negative 2 plus 4, which is positive 2. So we have x minus 2 squared equals 2. Now let's get rid of the exponent 2 by taking plus or minus the square root of both sides. So we get x minus 2 equals plus or minus the square root of 2. Now just isolate the x to finish up. By adding 2 to both sides, you get both answers. X equals 2 plus or minus the square root of 2. One of the answers has the plus in it, the other has the minus. There's no sense in separating this like we did the earlier problem because it's not going to simplify any better if we break it apart. Just leave it the way it is.